Om. Om Ganana Antva Ganapati Hawamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हृदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तमानन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानभानुमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं सत्यसायिनम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री साईश्वराय नमः हरिः ॐ अथाग्नेरष्टपुरुषस्य अग्नेः पूर्वदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि जातवेदस उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि सहोजसो दक्षिणदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अजिराप्रभव उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि वैश्वानरस्यापरदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि नर्यापस उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि पङ्क्तिराधस उदग्दिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि विसर्पिण उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः दिशो वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगुं रीढ्वम् दक्षिणपूर्वस्यां दिशि विसर्पी नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि दक्षिणापरस्यां दिश्य विसर्पी नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि उत्तरपूर्वस्यां दिशि विषादी नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि उत्तरापरस्यां दिश्य विषादी नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri 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 Satya Sai Baba Varu. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. May we all be together. May we all be nourished together. May we all work together with great vigor. May our studies illumine our intellects. May we not hate or contradict or conflict with each other. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. We are studying the 19th Anuvakam of Aruna Prashna. Last week, we studied the radiance of Aditya shining in the Ashtapurushas of the Agni, shining in its own place and shining through everything with supreme radiance. And then how this radiance of the Aditya in partnership with those in which it is shining brings forth what is called Akala Mrityu, or untimely death or departure of the jiva from the body. That is related to the wheel of time as the 7 partners being the spokes of that. All of this is for uninterrupted dharma, uninterrupted cosmic order. That is what is. And any interruption in that cosmic dharma will cause a disaster. And that disaster is the untimely death. Very simple to understand this once you have the awareness of how to apply this. So there is this uninterrupted partnership of the cosmic order of the sun as the time, the 7 spokes in that wheel of time. There is uninterrupted partnership in the context of the 8 Purushas, Vasu, Rudra, Aditya, Sadhya, Marut, Rubhu, Vishvedeva, and Samvatsara. Similarly, the third one about the 8 suns, the cosmic suns radiating their energies in the context of this supreme axis called the Meru in love. And then the 11 Vayus represented as the potential and kinetic energies that are responsible for the movement at the gross and the subtle level. And then the last one we studied last week is the Agni as the mouth of the gods, pervading in all the 8 quarters to receive the oblations, digest them, and take them to these cosmic subtle forces, so that there is a rain, there is light, there is sound, and coming forth with all of them the supreme nourishment to the cosmos. And then we went through the places for car wash of the jiva. It doesn't eliminate the impressions. It only, like for example, when you go for a car wash, it doesn't vacuum inside. It only makes sure that the external appearance is good enough for you to look good outside. Then there is still a lot of cleaning that needs to be done inside. No, somebody has to vacuum, wipe the windshields inside, make sure the seats are pristine, the dashboard is seen properly if you have a Tesla, fortunately, during these days. All of that stuff, you understand, none of that stuff is cleaned by the car wash. Car wash is a temporary place. So it never takes away everything. So there is internal garbage that still accumulates, that has to be lived through many births and deaths, etc. So let's be very clear about that. Is it last week that somebody asked the question about dharma? I believe so, right? What is dharma? We discussed last week.
Yes, Anna.
If you all don't remember, then I shouldn't remember either.
No, I asked, sir. Sai Ram.
Okay. Okay. You asked, and yesterday's quote from Bhagavan Sri Satsai Baba's thought for the day, yesterday's quote for the day was about dharma. Please read about it. What dharma is. Yesterday, 28th, what is dharma and why is it so important to uphold it in life? Our loving Lord kindly explains it to us today. Dharayati iti dharmaha. Dharayati iti dharmaha, it is said. It is yesterday's, not today's. Dharma is that which sustains and upholds the world. Every object in the world has certain unique qualities. The quality that is vital essence of the object reveals its dharma. For instance, please read. Shama, please read.
For instance, it is the basic quality of fire to burn. Burning is its dharma. When the fire loses its capacity to burn, it ceases to be fire and becomes mere charcoal. Sweetness is the inherent quality of sugar. If sugar loses its sweetness, it is no longer sugar but sand. Champaka flower has the natural quality of exuding fragrance. If there's no fragrance in it, it is not champaka. In the same manner, for man, the quality of ananda, bliss, that flows from his heart is his inherent dharma. But today, for external achievements, man forgets his inherent nature. Whether one is educated or not, there is one common dharma. They should extend to others the same honor and regard which they expect others to show towards them. We should not do to others anything which if we should not do to others anything which if others do to us will cause pain and unhappiness to us.
So this is the beautiful answer which we already discussed last week about what dharma is. Dharayati iti dharma. Those were verbatim the words used last week class. So this dharma, when there is adharma, what is dharma? Dharma, very beautifully he said, losing your own inherent nature. And that inherent nature is what every object has within it. And the inherent nature of a human are the human values. And he used the word bliss. What is the definition of bliss? The definition of bliss is complete awareness of your own self is bliss. So we get confused that we are doing all these duties and we think we are doing our dharma, but those are duties, not necessarily equated to what dharma is. So when such adharmic acts or what are accumulated, then you need to be cleansed of such things, and those places are called the naraka, not the classic definition of a hell explained in Christianity and other religions. Because in those religions, there is no rebirth. Therefore, either you go to hell and suffer forever, or you go to heaven and stay there forever. So therefore, that was used as a fantastic marketing tool to actually propagate. If you want to go to heaven, you better follow this. Okay. I won't elaborate on all of that stuff. But the golden rule of Jesus the Christ, is exactly what Bhagavan is talking about. In that golden rule, that is the essence of how you would live your life in your ordinary daily life. The simple principle to be adhered to is do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. This is the golden rule. What does the golden rule actually saying? Not like you and me in a relationship. If you treat you as the self and everything else around you as the self, then you are not treating anybody separate from that self. There is no separation. There is no separation of the mind. And that is again the supreme Atmic principle, that the Advaita, the non-dualistic approach, is the application of the ultimate application of the golden rule. But it starts with the relative aspects of speaking softly, thinking gently. All those things will come as habits that eventually take you to this inseparable mind and inseparable self and the one self. So we concluded up till the mantra that finishes all these different narakas, and then we left the last line in the 73rd mantra, or this anuvakam, ayasmin saptavasava
Ayasmin saptavasava
indriyani shatakrata vidyete.
indrani
Yeah,
shatak.
indriyani.
Oh, sorry. Indriyani shatakrata vidyete.
Om ayasmin saptavasavam indriyani shatakrata vidyete.
Om Ayasmin saptavasava indriyani shatakrata vidyete. Ayasmin saptavasava indriyani shatakrata vidyete. Ayasmin saptavasava indriyani shatakrata vidyete.
Again, these two are two different mantras. Ayasmin saptavasava is one mantra. Is there a ayasmin saptavasava? There should be a virama there. Long virama there, right? That's missing because it's long vowel followed by short. Okay. Ayasmin saptavasava indriyani shatakrata vidyete. Ayasmin saptavasavam indriyani shatakrata vidyete. So two different mantras. So these two different mantras are coming from what they actually mean. We'll just say yasmin saptavasava. That which is present in the seven. The seven, and then indriyani shatakrata vidyete. Indriyani, the context of the senses. They are indriyani, they are shatakrata vidyete. Shatakratu indriyani shatakratau iti ete. These senses are used for shatakratu. infinite number of good deeds. Shata is 100, Shata also means infinite. Sahasra is 1,000, Sahasra also means infinite. So anything beyond one is infinite. The Indriyas are used for doing what? For doing Shatakratu. Kratu means sacrifice. Indriyas are used for sacrifice. And that is the declaration. Iti ete. That is the declaration. So these mantras, these two mantras are actually extracted from Taittiriya Samhita. Indriyani shatakrato yate janeshu panchasu indratanita avrune आयस्मिन् सप्तवासवास्तिष्ठन्ति स्वारुको यथा ऋषिर्हदेर्घश्रुत्तमा इन्द्रस्य घर्मो अतिथिः. Those are the mantras. The Shatakratu, the infinite number or hundreds of sacrifices that are done, that are grounded or founded in the 7 Vasus in order to keep this dharma. Dharma. Where did we use this word? Yeah, previous mantras. Indrasya gharmo atidhihi. That mantra came before. Rishirhadir ghashruttamaha. Indrasya gharmo atidhihi. Those mantras are also repeated in Aruda Prishna before. This dharma is the inner heat of the body. In order to keep this inner heat of the body, the Vaishvanara who is you are feeding, what you are feeding this Vaishvanara, the Vaishvanara inside, what are you feeding? Junk food, pizza, pasta, nonsense. Junk food you are feeding this Vaishvanara. And when you feed that Vaishvanara, that junk food, it only generates junk thoughts. It only generates junk actions. It will not, whatever you feed is what you get. Etti tindo atti tepu. Etti trepo atti talapu. Etti talapu atti gunamu. Etti gunamu atti silamu. Etti silamu atti sanghamu. The burp you get is according to the food you partake. The thought you get is according to the burp you get. The actions you do are according to the thoughts you get. The habits you get are according to the actions you perform. And your character is such according to your habits. And if your character is spoiled, the community is spoiled. And if the community is spoiled, then what will happen? The whole consciousness is spoiled. What is happening in this society is exactly that. Junk. Who is somebody raised the hand? You have a question? Somebody raised the hand? Okay, please lower your hand. Okay. So, this is the essence of Indrasya Gharmaha Adhitihi. Indrasya Gharmaha Atithihi. So what that means is according to your senses, your inner heat will be produced So if you have sacred food, sacred thoughts, sacred actions, sacred habits, and sacred character, so will be the heat that is generated in your body. And all this is 100% scientific. There is no philosophy here. Absolutely no philosophy here. Most of the diseases that we get are diet related. And most of the heat issues that you deal with the body as a male or a female are associated with the hormonal balances in the body. The women know this better than anybody else. And those hormonal balances are created according to 100%, mostly related to the food that you consume. Indrasya gharmo athidihi ayasmin saptavasava. Indrasya, okay, ayasmin saptavasava indriyani shatakratau iti ete. This is crystal clear, no? And that there it concludes basically. Why it is concluded? It's actually giving the Brahmana, the ultimate teaching associated with that this these Saptavasavas, these seven residents, the seven residents that are associated with the inner and the outer are the fire, the wind, the sun, the moon, earth, water, and the space. That's very simple. The seven: earth, water, wind, earth, water, fire, wind, space, sun, and moon. Seven. Ayasmin saptavasava. Indriyani shatakratav ityete. That's a beautiful teaching. Yeah, the interpretation can be given as, oh, Indra's powers are used for doing this shatakratav. Who is Indra? See, the point is that may all be true, but the more enchantment, like I was saying yesterday after the beautiful Devi Mahatmya Parayana, it is not just the chant. How does the chant enchant you? What do you do with that? So these the seven are the ones that are behind. Those are the fundamental residents. And plus the jiva is the individual. So that jiva is performing all these actions fueled by these seven aspects. And what are those seven within you that we have discussed this many times on this forum. Many times when we were studying Rudram, so many places. Okay, so with that, then we go to the next Anuvakam, which is the 20th Anuvakam. And this Anuvakam is now dealing very beautifully with another aspect of protection from different directions as it relates to not only the previous one was Agni, now it goes into a different aspects. We'll go through that. Indra Ghoshavo Vasubhif Purastadupadadhatam.
Indra Ghoshavo Vasubhif Purastadupadadhatam.
Manojavaso Vaf Pitrubhir Dakshinata Upadadhatam. Yeah, you can repeat 2 times.
Manojavaso Vaf Pitrabhir Dakshinata Upadadhatam. Manojavaso Vaf Pitrabhir Dakshinata Upadadhatam.
Prachetavo Rudraf Paschadupadatam.
प्रचेतावो रुद्रैः
Prachetavo.
प्रचेतावो रुद्रैः पश्चादुपदधताम्
Yes, everybody is
प्रचेतावो
also repeating, right? Everybody else should also repeat, not just Sham. Okay, go ahead.
प्रचेतावो रुद्रैः पश्चादुपदधताम्
Vishwakarma va adityarutarata upadadhatam. Adityairutarata upadadhatam. I'll say one more time. Vishwakarma va adityarutarata adityaira. Adityarutarata adityai. One second, I have to check that. Please chant like that only Aditya, but I thought it was Aditya. I'll check one more place. Why is
विश्वकर्मा
echoing the?
Is there echo?
Yeah. That's okay. Keep chanting.
Okay. विश्वकर्माव आदित्यैरुत्तरत उपदधताम्
Aditya is correct.
Aditya. Uncle, is it better the audio?
Aditya.
Is the audio better?
No, no, it's still echoing, but that's okay. Keep going.
विश्वकर्माव आदित्यैरुत्तरत उपदधताम्
Tvashtavo rupair. Oh, okay. Tvashtavo rupairuparis. Okay. Tvashtavo rupairuparishtadupadatam.
त्वष्टावो रूपैरुपरिष्टादुपदधताम् त्वष्टावो रूपैरुपरिष्टादुपदधताम्
Samjnanam vah paschaditi.
संज्ञानौ वः पश्चादिति संज्ञानौ वः पश्चादिति
Okay. Let's chant the mantras. Om Indra Ghosha Vasubhir Purastadupa Dadhatam.
ॐ इन्द्रघोषावो वसुभिः पुरस्तादुपदधताम् इन्द्रघोषावो वसुभिः पुरस्तादुपदधताम्
Manojavaso vah Pitrubhirdakshinata Upadadhatam.
मनोजवसो वः पितृभिर्दक्षिणत उपदधताम् मनोजवसो वः पितृभिर्दक्षिणत उपदधताम्
Prechetavo rudraif paschadupadatam.
प्रचेतावो रुद्रैः पश्चादुपदधताम् प्रचेतावो रुद्रैः पश्चादुपदधताम्
Vishwakarmav Vishwakarmav Adityairuttarata Upadadhatam.
विश्वकर्माव आदित्यैरु
Aditya, ah is correct. You are right. You are right. Yeah, please chant on.
विश्वकर्माव okay. विश्वकर्माव आदित्यैरुत्तरत उपदधताम् विश्वकर्माव आदित्यैरुत्तरत उपदधताम्
त्वष्टावो रूपैरुपरिष्टादुपदधताम्.
त्वष्टावो रूपैरुपरिष्टादुपदधताम् त्वष्टावो रूपैरुपरिष्टादुपदधताम्
संज्ञानौ वः पश्चादिति.
संज्ञानो वः पश्चादिति संज्ञानो वः पश्चादिति
Good. You want to chant the whole thing one time?
ॐ इन्द्रघोषावो वसुभिः पुरस्तादुपदधताम् मनोजवसो वः पितृभिर्दक्षिणत उपदधताम् प्रचेतावो रुद्रैः पश्चादुपदधताम् विश्वकर्माव आदित्यैरुत्तरत उपदधताम् त्वष्टावो रूपैरुपरिष्टादुपदधताम् संज्ञानो वः पश्चादिति.
Excellent. So, what is the common refrain that is used?
Upadadatam.
Very good. She is in tune. Upadadhatam. This is now a ritual aspect of it. They'll take the ishtakas, the bricks, and they're placing it different directions as associated with those particular divine forces. Upadadhatam. So, our upadadhata means established or placed or protecting. That is upadadhatam. So the first one is Vaha Indraghoshah Paschat Vasubhihi Upadadhatam. That is the syntax. Let that Indraghosha means the proclaimer or the voice of the Indra, the supreme vibration of that Indra be established or placed or protected in the as one of the altar bricks, along with the Vasus in the east, Purastat. Vaha Manojabasaha Dakshinatāh Pitrubhihi Upadatatam. The Manojavasaha here means the swift as the thoughts that are happening are established in the south with the Pitrus, the ancestors. Vaha Prachetah Paschat Rudraihi Upadatatam. Pracheta means the cheta means the awareness. Pracheta means prakrushta cheta means the expanded awareness as the Rudra is as Pracheta. Rudra is the Pracheta as Rudras be established in the west. Paschat. And then Vaha Vishwakarmaha Uttarataha Adityaha Adityaihi Upadadatam. Let the Vishwakarma means the divine architect, along with the Adityas be established in the north. This is all the ritual that is happening. Vaha Tvashtah Uparishtat Rupaihi Upadadatam. Tvashta, the divine conceiver, with his form as an embodiment, be established in the where is it above Uparishta. Tvashta is also the Brahma. And then Vaha Samjnanam Paschat iti. Samjnanam. How many types of jnanas are there? Jnana, Vijnana, Sujnana, Samjnana, Prajnana. Samjnanam is integrated knowledge that is in harmony with everything. Let that be established behind, below. See, these are the different east, south, west, north, above, below. 6 directions are invoked, isn't it? 6 mantras, 6 directions. Indra Karma, Manojavasa, Pracheta, Indra Ghosha, Manojavasa, Pracheta, Vishwakarma, Tvashta, Samjnanam. 6. Along with those different components. Indra Ghosha associated with the Vasus, Manojavasa with Pitrus, Pracheta, the Rudras, Vishwakarma as Aditya, then Tvashta as the form, Samjnanam, there is no form to it. Paschatiti, that's it. Samjnanam is integrated, harmonious, so there is no second to associate it with. So this is the direction-wise protection, and that is the ritual that is happening. Upadadhati, placing these actual bricks layer by layer, so that the Yajamana is praying that this Vedi, the Homakunda, or whatever they're doing the Yajna in, is guarded in all the different directions with different ganas, including the Pitru Devatas. Yeah, so there is this invoking this Pitru Devatas is actually done even before the actual ritual, before marriage, before Upanayanam, before anything. You have to first get the blessings of the Pitru Devatas. Anyway, I won't go into this. So this is what is called as the boundary ritual. Without this protection, the solar fire that is being kindled in this Aruna Ketuka Chayana can potentially turn destructive. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine? You see that Homakundas in Ujjain for that yajna with 20-25 people sitting around, massive Homakundas of that size. How is that all protected like that? Nothing, no. We experienced that in Memphis. Even a extremely destructive force, when it comes so close, it won't enter that Yajnashala. If the Yajamana that is doing that Yajna, if that is Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba's Vajra Sankalpam, no evil force can enter any of that place. And if such evil forces enter, they will be thrown away. And it will take millions of births to get rid of that kind of, if anything that causes the destruction, including a natural force, will not come close because it has such power associated with it. So this is the beautiful protection mantras here. Indra Ghosha is Indra himself as the Vasus as his Gana. So each directional group is similarly becomes that protection force. So that's why Dakshinata, Pitru Devatas, and if you are actually performing this Pitru Karya religiously, they will become the boundary. The south is the direction from which the quote unquote Yama enters, and they will be there to protect. So Upadadhatam is used because the mantra is recited where the altar bricks are being placed and the deities deposit their protective power onto that structure. So therefore the mantra is teaching that spiritual sadhana requires this kind of protection, physical, mental, subtle. And that is the reason why we also do the nyasa, and then we see digbandha, digvimokaha. Then the final one, samjnanam, the integrated knowledge, awareness behind completes the circle. Once the direction are guarded, inner unity automatically comes because you are my safest. I am always in your sacred hands. You are my sacred place. I am always, you are my safest place. I am always sacred in your hands. You protect me, Lord. Whenever fear comes, what will you do? So the protection is basically from the fear. The protection is basically from everything that disturbs that samjnanam. The next set of mantras are very beautiful. The 74th mantra. Now these mantras are now going into the final mantras in this Anuvaka that go into this supreme solar principle now that is all pervading, and this is a very beautiful set of mantras. And then the next set of mantras you already know. So maybe if we complete this, we will have a complete set of mantras gone through. Okay, let's see here. Aditya sarvognif pruthivyam.
आदित्यः सर्वोऽग्निः पृथिव्याम् आदित्यः सर्वोऽग्निः पृथिव्याम्
Vayurantarikshe.
वायुरन्तरिक्षे वायुरन्तरिक्षे
Suryo divi.
सूर्यो दिवि सूर्यो दिवि
Chandrama dikshu.
चन्द्रमा दिक्षु चन्द्रमा दिक्षु
Nakshatrani swaloke.
Nakshatrani swaloke.
Okay,
Nakshatrani swaloke.
let's now check. Aditya sarvognif prithivyam.
Adityas.
Yeah, you're
Adityas.
right. I made a mistake. It's not a long vowel. Aditya sarvognif prithivyam.
Adityas sarvognif prithivyam. Adityas sarvognif prithivyam.
Vayurantarikshe.
Vayurantarikshe. Vayurantarikshe.
Suryo divi. Suryo divi.
Suryo divi. Suryo divi.
Chandrama dikshu.
Chandrama dikshu. Chandrama dikshu.
Nakshatrani swaloke.
Nakshatrani swaloke.
Knees down. Nakshatrani swaloke.
Nakshatrani swaloke. Nakshatrani swaloke.
Okay, this right. So, Adityaha Sarvognihi Pruthivyam. Very simple. The entire heat of the Adityas is placed now in Aditya, in Prithvi, the earth. So the earth is the receiver of the heat of the sun. Is very, very clear. All the heat be in sacredness that is now established in the earth. That is Upadadhatam. Now the same principle established. Now they're putting in the ishtakas or the bricks associated with the Prithvi and saying, may all the heat equivalent to the Adityas be now established in the earth. Vayuhu antarikshe vaha upadadhatam. May all the wind be equivalent to the sacredness of the Adityas be established in the antarikshe, the atmosphere. Suryaha divi vaha upadadhatam. This vaha upadadhatam is just assumed. Upadadhatam. They are placing the bricks. They are doing the ishtaka. These are sutras. Sutras means what you chant, like when we do the Agnikaryam, the Shatpatra Prayogam or Chatushpatra Prayogam. Those prayogas, these are prayogas means application principles, how they are now saying this and doing the ritual. Vayuhu antarikshe vaha upadadhatam. And then Suryaha divi vaha upadadhatam. All the light be equivalent to the sacredness of the Aditya be established in Divi, where the light is shining from, that is Divi. Dyauh, Divi, these are all similar meaning conveyed. The light is coming from there. So all the light is established as Suryo, Divi, Chandrama, Dikshu, all the equivalent of the moonlight in sacredness of the Aditya be established in the directions. Nakshatrani, Swaloke, Upadadhatam. All the stars present in the respective places be equivalent to the sacredness to Aditya be established. Here, in the Swaloke, in their own world, means in their respective places. Agni on earth, Vayu in the atmosphere, Surya up above, Chandrama in the directions, Nakshatras in their respective places. Therefore, these mantra identify every cosmic element and every major devata as a manifestation of the single Aditya being represented in this physical yajna. So this converts this jnana, this physical yajna into jnana yajna, and therefore this altar becomes a microcosm of the entire universal macrocosm permeated by the Surya, who is none other than the supreme consciousness as the Brahman. This is the inner yajna. What is the Ishtaka? Ishtaka is a very beautiful word. Ishtaka. What is Ishta? Ishta is what you like. Ka. What you like that is manifested is Ishtaka. Ishtaka also means brick. So technically you are placing every brick representing that. And when you actually do the Aruna Prashna Parayanam, if you are actually placing your thoughts as the altar of your body, then this constant yajna of this jnana yajna is happening. And that is Aruna Ketuka Chayana. This is also Aruna Ketuka Chayana, which I explained what it actually means, inner meaning of Aruna Ketuka Chayana. What is explained as the literal meaning and what is the inner meaning of it. I won't repeat all of that. Now, let's go through the next set of, and with that we'll conclude. Eva Hyeva.
Eva Hyeva. Eva Hyeva.
Eva Hyagne.
Eva Hyagne. Eva Hyagne.
Eva Hi Vayo.
Eva Hi Vayo. Eva Hi Vayo.
Eva Hi Indra.
Eva Hindra. Eva Hindra.
Eva Hi Pushan.
Eva Hi Pushan. Eva Hi
Eva Hi Devah.
Eva Hi Devah. Eva Hi Devah.
Eva Hyeva. Eva Hyagne. Eva Hi Vayo. Eva Hi Indra. Eva Hi Pushan. Eva Hi Devah.
Eva Eva Hyeva. Eva Hyagne. Eva Hi Vayo. Eva Hi Indra. Eva Hi Pushan. Eva Hi Devah.
Excellent. One more time.
Eva Hyeva. Eva Hyagne. Eva Hi Vayo. Eva Hi Indra. Eva Hi Pushan. Eva Hi Devah.
Very simple. Now it is saying everything is this supreme principle called the Surya Bhagavan. He, right? He, H-I, not H-E. Also H-E in meaning. That Surya Bhagavan is verily, this Surya Bhagavan verily is all that is experienced. Eva, Evah, he. So addressing that, O Surya Bhagavan, all that is experienced is very much you only, nothing else. Eva, Evah, he. And that applies for everyone. Evahi, Agni, the fire. Also for Vayu, also for Indra, also for Pushan, also for all the Devas. So the cosmic unity is Sarva Devata Aikyam. Everything is one. All gods, the Indra, Rudra, Pitru, Vasu, Aditya, Tvashta, Pushan, Agni, Vayu, everything is nothing but this supreme effulgence, the Aditya. This is the direct pointer to non-dualism. Eva, Evah, He, which is nothing but Tattvamasi at cosmic level, that thou art. That thou art, Eva, He Eva, is therefore repeated for each God and each thing to affirm that the ritual identification is very much not just ritual, but it is spiritual. The one who knows Yayevam Veda really obtains the full fruit of this yajna, the chayana. So this Aruna Ketuka ritual, therefore, very affirmatively states that how beautifully that whole construction has now becoming that the entire Advaitic, non-dualistic principle that everything is nothing but that, reciting this with that understanding is the essence of this beautiful ritual. And now we go to this Anuvaka 21, which is nothing but repetition of all the mantras, most of them with the exception of 2 lines, or actually exception of 4 mantras that we haven't learnt before. So I will simply chant them, and the meaning of this is already explained before, so I won't repeat it. Mantra 75, 76, all the way through Bhadrankarni, Swasti Mantra, all of that you already know, and you already learned the meaning of it, so there won't be repetition of that. So the 75th Panchati here is made of the last 2 mantra of the first Anuvakam and the entire second Panchati except the last 2 mantra, which we will skip to that. Okay. Apama sarva aha asmadito mutaka agnirvayuscha suryascha Sahasanchaskaradhiya Vaivashva Rashmipatayaha Mariichatmano Adruhaha Devir Bhuvana Sumarihe Putravattvaya Me Suta Mahanamnirmahamanaha Mahaso Mahasasvaha Devi Parjanya Sumvarighe Putravattvaya Me Sutam Apashrushni Mapa Rakshaha Apashrushni Maparagam Apa Agrama Pachavartim Apati Virito Hita Vajran Devi Rajita Guscha Bhuvanande Vasuvarihe Aretyanaditin Devim Yoninor Dhamudishata. Okay, chant Bhadran Karne Vishnuyamadeva. Om
ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः
You're a little bit flat, a little bit flat.
ॐ भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु.
Okay, let's complete the next 4 lines. Ketavo arunasascha.
केतवो अरुणासश्च केतवो अरुणासश्च
Rashayo vatarashanaha.
ऋषयो वातरशन न ऋषयो
Vatarashanah. Yeah, sorry, me mistake.
ऋषयो वातरशनाः ऋषयो वातरशनाः
Pratishtagum shatadhahi.
प्रतिष्ठागुं शतधाहि प्रतिष्ठागुं शतधाहि
Samahitaso सहस्रधायसम्.
समाहितासो सहस्रधायसम् समाहितासो सहस्रधायसम्.
Okay, good. Ketavo arunasascha. केतवो अरुणासश्च
केतवो ॐ केतवो अरुणाशश्च केतवो अरुणाशश्च
ऋषयो वातरशनाः
ऋषयो वातरशनाः ऋषयो वातरशनाः ऋषयो वातरशनाः
प्रतिष्ठागुंशतधाहि प्रतिष्ठागुं शतधाहि. Okay,
प्रतिष्ठा
there is a mantra swara variation here. Let's check one thing. That's why I was confused. Pratishtagum Shatadahi, how it is chanted. Pratishtagum Shatadahi.
प्रतिष्ठागुं शतधाहि प्रतिष्ठागुं शतधाहि
Samahitaso Sahasradhayasam.
समाहितासो सहस्रधायसम् समाहितासो सहस्रधायसम्.
Okay. Ketavo arunasascha रषयो वातरशनाः प्रतिष्ठागुं शतधाहि समाहितासो सहस्रधायसम्.
केतवो अरुणासश्च ऋषयो वातरशनाः प्रतिष्ठागुं शतधाहि Samahitaso sahasradhayasam.
Okay, good. Rishayaha, Rishayaha, Ketavaha, Arunasaha, Cha, Vatarashanaha. Now it is actually mentioning the three that are instrumental in establishing this Aruna Ketuka Chayana, which is the rishis by name Ketu, Aruna, Vatarashana. Samahitasaha with total awareness, Shatadhahi in innumerable number of ways, Pratishtham are established or have established, Sahasradhayasam, the worship of this infinite waters as the Ishtakas in the Aruna Ketuka Chayana. It's just a declaration of, as I mentioned, the Ishtakas, the bricks are actually the water pots that are used. That is they're re-establishing the whole protocol here. The altar principle, who are the preceptors that have brought forth this particular ritual. And the last two mantras, you already know. Sevana Shantama Bhavantu Divya Apa Oshadhayaha Sumrudhika Saraswati Mate Vyoma Sandrishim. The meaning of that mantra was explained already before. This is a repetition mantra, which is uninterrupted auspiciousness now be bestowed as we perform this ritual that is associated with this Aruna Ketuka Chayana. And that concludes the 21st Anuvaka. And then wish you all a very beautiful Good Friday. Ask the question why it is Good Friday. Does it mean the rest are bad Fridays? Why is it a Good Friday? And a happy Easter. We will meet Saturday to start the 22nd Anvaka. And then there are 10 Anvakas that would be left to finish. What is this? Bhayabhyastrahi. What is that? Bhayabhyastrahi. Oh, she's making a comment related to protection from fear. Okay, that's fine. No other comments here? No, are there any questions?
Saramaka, I have a question about the placing the pots, the placing the thing. They're putting north all the four directions. How do they place it up and down in the actual ritual? I'm just curious.
You are very literal, Datambi. I love you. When we do the yajna also, we put all the different directions now. Indra in the east, Agni. You have seen in the altar of the yajna. Then you will also see that there will be Brahma placed between, Brahma will be placed between Indra and the Agni, I believe. Yeah, no, all the other side. Indra and the Indra and the Ishanya, they'll be placed as upward direction. And in the bottom will be placed as Ananta, which would be the Prithvi. So it is not up as up, but in the context of those directions, that's how they are placed. Okay, yes. Oh, very good. He's practically thinking he wants to do this Arunaketu Chaina. How do I hang a pot on the top of my head? And how do I place it below my feet? That's what he's really thinking. Okay. All right. Very good. See, that's a simple question. Okay. We covered a lot of ground. You see that this thing is moving. By the time you know Aruna Prashna will be over, and then you have learned another set of mantras. What to do with, how many suktams I learned, how much Rudram I learned, how much all of this ego will creep in. But you have to keep asking the question, what am I doing with what I learned? What am I doing with what I learned? Then only you will be keep on chanting these suktas, everything that will strike. You see something and then one sukta will pop into your head. That is how sadhana will happen. Otherwise, it's just another check mark on the bucket list. Jai Sai Ram. Any no more questions?
Saram brother, the line sang jnano vaf paschaditi.
Some jnanam, not sang jnanam, some jnanam.
Some jnana. So you talked about some samjnana, no, I mean knowledge and how it is related to protection from fear. Just remind again. I didn't get it 100%. I mean, like I didn't get it.
How do you spell the word some?
Some SUM.
SUM. What does it mean?
Soham.
Hey, Ayyo Ramachandra, what is Soham?
No,
SUM, SUM, some in English, what does it mean?
Total.
Ah, okay.
Sorry,
No.
I was like more.
Jnanam means what? Knowledge.
Yeah.
Some jnana means total knowledge.
Okay.
If you sum it all, sum all the knowledge that you have, then it became some jnanam.
Okay. So once you have total knowledge, then
No, not once you have total knowledge. When will you have total knowledge?
no, I was just
No.
trying to connect it to fearlessness.
No, I'll come to that. Ma, see, I won't tell you the answer. I only ask questions, right? By this time, you know this. I will never give an answer to a question. I will only go from where you started and then let you go into that more deep. I asked the question, what is the meaning? What is sum in English? You said total. Jnanam is knowledge. Total knowledge is what is called samjnanam paschat iti. It's such a beauty. See, I'm going through these mantras. Paschat means behind. Samjnanam paschat iti. The total knowledge is behind. Oh my God. Just think about it. The total knowledge is where?
behind.
Means what?
Behind.
Huh?
Behind what? Behind what?
Is behind you. Samjnanam paschat iti. The total knowledge that you think you have is where is it?
Is in back. Behind.
Not back. It's behind you, means you left it. You crossed it.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Put it behind, right? You say?
Yeah.
If somebody is saying, I'm very sorry, let's let it go. Let's put it behind. Let's put it behind, right?
Yeah.
Water under the bridge, put it behind. Means what? Never mind. Some jnanam paschat iti. Then what happens?
Peace.
What is jnanam? Knowledge. What is knowledge?
Knowledge of let it go.
No. Now you are not focusing. Now you are interpreting. I'm just asking. Look at it as it is. How do you get knowledge? Objective knowledge?
By studying. By studying things.
By studying things. No. By perceiving things. That is how you get knowledge, not studying. What is there to study there? Devi Mahatyam, chapter 1, shloka number 52, 55. Who is explaining what knowledge is?
The Rishi is
Sumedha.
explaining.
See, it is all behind now. Jnanepi. What is this jnana is in that beautiful shlokas, the 8 or 10 shlokas. Sumedha is explaining to the merchant and the king how human beings get knowledge, and that gathering of knowledge is no different from Pashu, beasts, Mruga, beasts, Pashu, animals, Pakshi, birds. They all get the same knowledge. In what way? It's called knowledge of the objects. And that knowledge of the objects is no different between human beings and the animals. Jnane piti pasyaitan patangan chavachanchushu kanamokshadratan
Mohat
Vidyamanana pikshudha. So then it is saying how this knowledge is, all that knowledge is for what? The quote unquote, the sum total of the objective knowledge is behind. What you have to look forward is the knowledge behind that, not behind all the objective knowledge is behind. From there you have to go into subjective knowledge. What is in the subject that is behind the objects. Too much philosophy, no? Yeah. But your question was very simple. What is samjnanam? That's the question. Is your question answered?
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to relate samjnanam to, I have written protection from the fear. So how samjnanam
yes,
will help
yes,
me
yes.
to
Once
be
you know that,
fearless.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once you know that this object, once you see the subject in the object, right? Meaning, once you see yourself in the other person as yourself, will you have fear?
No.
Are you afraid of yourself?
No. But
No, okay,
definitely
thank you,
afraid of
thank
other
you,
people.
thank you. If you said yes, immediately I was going to refer you to a psychologist. Okay, if you are no, I'm not kidding. There are people that are afraid of themselves. It's a mental condition. It's a mental condition. That's how people go into mental problems. I'm not joking about that. So the moment you see everything as yourself in the objects, the samjnanam, and then you put behind what is called fear. Fear vanishes. Is that making sense?
I mean, sometimes, how do I put it? The experience is different than the knowledge. Like what I'm hearing is, it makes sense, but at times, because the experience is not there, that's why at times things are
The
different.
experience is not there. True. Yes. That what is the experience about? The experience that you have is about what? The object only. So the object causes you fear because it looks different from you. Somebody is black, looks different from me, fear. Somebody is black, somebody is white, somebody is this color, somebody looks different from me. Somebody thinks different from me. Somebody acts different from me. Somebody follows a religion different from me. Somebody is from a different country. Somebody doesn't look homogeneous. What does all this cause you? The objective knowledge?
Fear.
Fear. Am I getting deep into it, or is it too deep?
No. I understand. I understand.
You are my safest place. I'm always in your sacred hands. Murray, you know that song? You protect me, Lord, whenever fear comes near. I believe in you, as I believe in you. And I know that I am strong in the love of my Lord. You are my safest place. I'm always in your sacred hands. You protect me, Lord, whenever fear comes near. I believe in you. As I believe in you, and I know that I am strong in the love of my Lord. Somebody's battery is running out. Jai Sai Ram. That is what is. In love, there is no fear. And therefore, hang on to that love. And in that love that is all pervading, all the objective judgmental knowledge is behind. And you always drive forward looking through the windshield, not looking at the rear view mirror. Rear view mirror has to be used only to avoid blind spots. Otherwise, you drive forward. And if you're fortunate to have a Tesla, you don't even need to do that. You only have to look forward. Sai Ram. That's on a lighter note. Don't take all this stuff seriously and go into some serious sadhana and then go into depression. Happiness. If the mind is not happy, then you have to ask the question, there is something wrong. Then getting stuck in that. Jai Sai Ram. That's a beautiful song. That's actually, we sing it for Easter. The Lord protects all of us, sometimes taking this incredible responsibility of our own sins upon him so that we are free. And he has sacrificed himself on the cross. That's the essence of the, see, the mind gets filled with that awareness because that is what is happening around you. The Sri Ramanavami, the mind gets filled with Rama awareness. If it is Easter, it gets filled with, if it is Eid Fitr, it gets filled with the consciousness of Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qulahu Allahu Awad. Allah Samad. Walam Yullad. Lam Yakullahu. Walam Yullad. All that stuff. This is what is called Samjnanam. Then you don't fear. You live as the self which is all pervading. I'm not preaching anything here. It's just a set mindset. Okay, Jai Sai Ram. Okay, Sai Ram. Any other questions? Manish, are we good?
Yeah, thank you, Brother Sai Ram.
You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
What happened? Maybe this thing is off. 1 second, man. Yeah, please say. Sorry, my Bluetooth got.
No, I say thank you. Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh my God, these people are so much in tune. You are my safest place. Somebody asked for the song. Somebody already, Mona shared the link inside rhythms. Yes, Sai Ram. Thank you. All right. There are no more questions. Yadakshara Pada Brashtam. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram,
Huh?
I have a question. It's related to Dharma. I know we already talked about it, but as a Muslim, Swami put me in the position of provider in my family. And every Eid, I have to buy the sheep for my mother, even though I don't eat meat. So I always ask myself, is it my Dharma as a Muslim to do that, and my duty as a daughter towards my mother to fulfill what I have to. It's a little bit confusing. I always ask myself, what are the consequences for me, since I am the one who is buying that ship with my own money? So I
Wow,
want to just your insight about that.
oh my God. What a beautiful question. I hope everybody followed what my daughter is saying. Yeah. Yes, you're doing nothing wrong. You're doing it in love for your mother. There is no conflict. Okay?
Okay.
There is no conflict. It's in love. It's in love. And that is the supreme dharma. That is what Swami was saying in that thought that we read, right? That's the supreme dharma. So you are not doing it because it is your instinct or your this thing and your this thing. You have very clear about your own values, but out of your love for the mother, you are doing it. And that in the context of that, you accept it only in that love. And you also mention to her that, look, I don't believe in this. I am a vegetarian. I don't eat whatever meat, whatever. I'm doing it only out of my total love for you. And this is offered to God, not to me. Then you're completely clear. Your conscience is clear. And you are not accumulating any karma in doing that dharma out of pure love. Okay? All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sai Ram.
So I have one more question. I don't know. What is the difference, or if there is any difference between Swadharma and Atma Dharma?
All those nonsense words, don't worry about all this. Just what
Okay.
Dharma Swami says, what is your nature, what is the nature of the self? And then he very clearly said the nature of the self is to be in bliss. And what is that bliss? The bliss is nothing but lack of separationness of the self is bliss. Lack of separationness as an individual is the bliss. The moment you separate yourself and you enjoy something, it is pleasure or happiness. But if there is no separation at all, then it is bliss. And that is our true nature. That is the nature of the heart. I am one with the heart of my mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am. This is how Easter. Whole week will be Easter songs only.
One,
Whole week will be. Yes, Sairam.
so is it subtler than thoughts is bliss? We had one
Subtler.
question, what is subtler than thoughts?
Hmm.
From
No.
2 weeks back, we had a question.
Thoughtlessness is bliss. Thoughtlessness is bliss. I think people are lost now. They became thoughtless. To have
In one of the discourses I searched for in Swami's, he says Hridakasha. Hridakasha is subtler than thoughts.
what is Hridakasha? Hridakashe sadabhantam shantam anandarupinam.
Is it the self?
Hridakasha, Hrit, Burhrit, Hrit, the word Hrit plus Akasha, Hridakasha. That is the root words in Hridakasha. Hrit is Brihat. Brihat means most abundant or supreme or vast or magnanimous. Brihat, right? Bruhat means vast. Space, Akasha is space. So in this Bruhat Akasha, in this space that is so vast, the clouds will be passing by. Right? Will the clouds leave any mark on that space? I'm asking a question, Akila.
Yes, and I'm just thinking.
Yeah, in the cloud, in the sky that you see when the clouds are passing by, will the clouds create an impression on the sky?
But a disturbance.
Huh?
There will be a disturbance.
Illama, I'm asking you a question. Do the clouds create a mark or an impression in the
No.
space, the sky? No, right? The sky stays as it is. It doesn't have any impressions created. Number of clouds will come and they will shower the rain. Will the space get wet? Will the space get wet? It won't. So similarly, if you have, say, this mug of water is there is water in this mug, and this mug is moving in the space, right? Is the space moving or the water moving or the mug moving?
Space is there. Space doesn't.
Exactly. The moment you understand this, then you know the whole thing, this Hridakashe. What is this Hridakasha? This infinite vast space. There are so many things that are moving in it. There are so many thoughts that are moving in it. But this space doesn't get any marks or impressions or anything from these clouds. So many objects are coming and going in it. It is not affected by any of those objects because it is unattached to those objects. They're simply objects moving in that space. And that space is, without that space, they are not moving, but the space has nothing to do with it. But in that space, always shining is this beautiful sun. And that sun is your awareness. And that sun is your wisdom. And that sun is the peace, the love, whatever name you want to call it. And the name of that sun is Satya Sai. Shantam, Anandarupinam, Jnanabhanam, Aham Vande, Sadgurum Satya Sai. Now you understood the meaning of Hridakashe Sadabhantam, Shantam, Anandarupinam, Shantam, peace, Anandarupinam, embodiment of bliss, Jnanabhanum, the sun that is shining in that sky. Aham Vande, I salute to that, my Sadguru, Satya Sai. Jai Sai.
Sai Ramana.
Yes.
Yeah. In other yajnas, we establish different devatas on all the directions, right, Anna? But here in Aruna Ketuka Chaina, we are establishing Pitruganas, Rudras, and Adityas on south, western, north directions, right? Vishwakarma. So why is that little different than the usual yajna process, Anna?
Arey, the same milk you are using for doodh peda, for gulab jam, for rasagulla, for rasamalai, all that. Why are they different?
I mean, there is a principle, right, Anna, for
each ritual has its own principles in the context
Okay.
of invocation, and therefore, accordingly, like if you call somebody, a Western friend, to your home for dinner, you will cook pasta, serve them pizza, everything. You don't put them gongura, avakai, and all that stuff. They will die. Similarly, you invoke this awareness as Surya Bhagavan, as Ganapati, as Shakti, as Vishnu, as Shiva, as Allah, as Ishwar, whatever you are invoking, that in the context of that, the mind will have to associate with that awareness. That's all it is. And if everything is one, you say, okay, tomorrow I'm calling my Western friends, I don't want to cook anything other than avakai or gongura, whatever, then what will happen? Sai Ram. Very simple.
Okay, Saira, thank you.
Okay. The confusion is, what is the confusion? Confusion is that it is because everything is one, then why do I need to do all those things? As long as you have a mind and a thought. Okay, Sai Ram. Okay, Adakshara Pada Bhrashtam. Everybody is leaving now. Let's close before nobody is left. And only the self remains all the time. Jai Sai Ram. Adakshara Pada Bhrashtam. Shama.
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु
Swasti.
स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Jai
Jai
Sai Ram. Thank you. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.